Chemistry is all about how atoms behave and interact with each other. In order to understand why different kinds of atoms behave the way they do, we will have to know something about how these atoms are put together. In this tutorial, we will take a look at the parts of the atom and learn about the properties of these atomic pieces. Click on the tip of the pencil to begin our tour of the atom. During this tour of the atom, pay close attention to the properties of the particles found inside. Magnifying to the atomic level lets us see that the carbon atoms are vibrating in place. This is how we would expect the atoms in a solid to move. Each individual atom is spherical and seems to have edges that are fuzzy. There doesn't seem to be distinct beginning and ending points. Let's take an even closer look at what's inside. Once we stop all motion inside the atom, we see that it is made up of three types of particles. Let's look at each of these individually. The first particle we will look at is the proton. Protons are found in the center of the atom in a region called the nucleus. The blue dot on the bottom is a proton. It is the number of protons that determine what element an atom will be. This atom has 6 protons, just like every other carbon atom. The number of protons is called the atomic number. It can be found for any element by looking at the periodic table. The atomic number is the whole number found with the symbol of the element. In this case, the atomic number is 6 for carbon. Protons have a mass about 1 AMU. The actual mass is not really important, but you should remember that protons are one of the heavier pieces of the atom. All protons have a +1 charge. They wouldn't be able to stick together in the nucleus if it weren't for the next particle we will look at. Neutrons are the other type of particle that can be found in the center of the atom, the nucleus. The red dot is a neutron. Neutrons do not have any charge. Through forces other than charge attractions, they are able to hold the protons together in the nucleus. Neutrons have about the same mass as protons, making them a major contributor to the mass of the atom. The last type of particle is the electron. Electrons are the smallest of the 3 particles and add virtually nothing to the mass of the atom. The black dot is an electron. It should be noted that the atom pictured on the left is not drawn to scale. Given the size of the nucleus as it is drawn, the electrons would be likely to be found over a quarter a mile, 250 meters away. Electrons give the atom that fuzzy edge that we mentioned earlier. They're in constant motion in the space around the nucleus. Because they're always moving, there is no distinct outer surface to the atom. Electrons have a -1 charge and can at times move from one atom to another or be shared between separate atoms. If an atom is neutral, it will have the same number of electrons as protons. You will spend a lot of time learning about electrons because they are responsible for many of the properties of individual atoms and are involved in all chemical reactions. Let's see what you've learned. What is true about a proton?